For a long time, the word spiritual really kind of escaped me. I didn't. I had resentments against the idea of spirituality, um, and it's through no fault of my mother's um, that I kind of got turned off at an early age because she'd she'd look for signs all the time and tell me it was the universe. And she'd be like, "Look, Just, it's a sign. It's the universe." And God love her for it. But I was turned off for it, for a long time, and I didn't really understand that word. And to me, it took different, it took shape over years in different ways. It was ethereal, it was mystical. It was almost untangible. It's almost like kind of like a fog out in the distance in a way, which is really weird. Something that you couldn't really define. Something that you just had to kind of accept. And it wasn't until got years into working the 12 steps where I really started to take a hard look at the word itself. And I had practiced what I now consider spiritual and spirituality for years without really understanding the word itself. And so for me, now, I what I did was I looked at the word and I saw that it was the interlocking, right? The interlocking of two other words, spirit and ritual. And this is what the 10th and 11th step are really all about, is creating a new ritual or a new habit. Because I was like, what is a ritual then for me? And that was an easy one. That's a habit. So creating a new habit which changes my spirit. And then of course I had to question, well, what is my spirit to me? What does that even mean? And I talked about it with friends, and I realized that my spirit is my attitude, and that I can have a greedy spirit, I can have a small-minded spirit, I can be I can be ill-spirited, I can be sarcastic and cutting and harsh, and but I can also be generous and loving and caring. Like these attitudes that spill over into my actions, that come out through the way that I say things, that the look in my eye when I'm talking to you, whether or not, when I'm being deceitful, you can see it, and when I'm being honest, you can feel it, and that's it. And I needed for many years a ritual or a habit that could change my attitude, my spirit, before I started, doing things that harmed others. And so now that's how it seems to me, or like that's what makes sense to me as far as the word spiritual is concerned. And what I love about this wordplay is that it's really given me that interlocking. They lock in, right? Spirit, ritual, they share that writ. It's actually, if you say the word, it's rich, right? I have a rich emotional life. I have a rich emotional or attitudinal life, attitudinal beliefs. I have, for anybody who knows Darwin Darko, I have a rich, very full emotional life as a result of this, because I'm no longer stuck at reaction, right? Like I don't just get angry and then just that's it. I'm angry, and then when that wanes away, then I have the principle of I was angry at that time, so now I have to pretend like I'm angry anymore. No, I can actually address the anger and watch it dissipate before me, through discussion and through patience, through time, through letting everything settle, and find that my feelings and perceptions have changed automatically, without force, without trying to make it happen, without needing to feel differently. You know what I mean? Just being whatever it is that I'm being, and watching as that shifts and changes before my very eyes, and that's very rich. That's a very enriching experience, and so in like that whole word is really much different now to me than it once was, and I love that. And so, so yeah,